Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're early today, but we'll start anyway. So, welcome. This is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Implement Club, where we're talking about building your business in 52 weeks. Today, it's week 50. I know, unbelievable. Well, anyway, so let's get started and talk about week 50. So we're doing a summary week, a summary month of the various principles for building your business. And today is the most important because it's all about your brand. And basically, you're building your business as a brand because we will talk about that in a minute, but because, of course, you're unique. Your brand is unique, you're unique, and what you do is unique with this business model. Very few people do this. I might talk to some of the people later and add it to the trainings to find out how they do with this business model. But for now, let's go over building your business as a brand. So let's get started. So we've been implementing Getting into Action and Grow, and basically we have 15 principles that we work with. And basically you develop your core principles, your entrepreneurial mindset, your brand, position yourself as an educator and do a weekly workshop and build a product snowball. And of course, develop a strategic marketing framework to make this all work and create a content factory, build a massive network, become a media mogul, get into production mode, build a learning center, create an online community, and raise and build an affiliate army, and then put systems in place to get it to keep growing. So we have had all those trainings. Let me flash down to the slide. Oh, I don't flash too far. Hold on. Flash down to the slide that tells you where you can sign up and get these free trainings by getting on the list of http://jgtips.com/byb free. There are 48 trainings, I think. I haven't put in 49 yet in Build Your Business. And you can go through the videos or just look at the ones that interest you and see how the model works. And next week we'll be talking about being an educator. But let's go back and let's talk about why I think your business is your brand and your brand is your business. So what is a brand? Well, a brand is not just your colors and your logo for your business. It is your mission, your values, your commitment to service, how you interact with your customers, etc., expressed in your social media, your website, your business, your publications, how you do business, what you sell, everything. It's all about who you are as a business and what you do. That's your brand. It's what you stand for and what you stand against. So if you stand for customer service, if it's in this business model, you would stand for being an educator and being willing to share your wisdom with others for free and do a weekly workshop. And then, of course, what you stand against is the artificial things that you talk about in your business, the things that you don't like, are the things that you stand against. And of course, it's all about being authentic and telling people what you are in terms of who you are and what you stand for and stand against. Now, what is your brand voice? We talked about this before. A brand voice offers a consistent experience across all your business touch points with the customer. So this is essential to create a branded image, and it lets your audience know who you are and instills trust. So if you're consistent in your brand, if you're consistent in what you do, your audience gets to know you. And this is one of the reasons for the weekly workshop, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Consistency is what builds your brand. It is the factor that creates the image in your audience's mind that your brand is businesslike, or your brand is fun, or your brand is sporty, or it's scientific, bright, or soothing. A lot of people call me the quiet educator because my voice is so quiet, and I hope that whoever enjoys my trainings comes to listen to them because of who I am. You can't really change your brand voice. Your unique brand voice forces you to make decisions in your content creation to make interesting content that is easily recognizable as yours. Your brand voice creates an emotional connection between your business and your audience that is established through your words, your actions, and your products and your physical assets. Your brand voice can influence your customers, and it can get them to choose to make a purchase when they come to know you and you've developed a relationship. So tell me, what's your brand voice? Do you even have audio, voice, any kind of expression on the internet? You can also do written content, of course, if you find that audio is difficult for you. But what's your brand voice? Are you humorous? Are you calm? Are you striking? Are you an authority figure? Are you serious? Are you a dry wit? Are you bright? And there are even people who swear a lot. Are you sunny? Are you socially conscious? What's your brand voice? So you want it to shine through all your social media activities. And we went and we detailed a lot about, here, let's get back to our 15 principles. We detailed a lot about how, well, we went and looked at some other people's websites and what their brand looks like, and that in previous episodes of Develop Your Brand. So you can go back and look at those trainings and have a think about that. And obviously, in the paid course for Build Your Business, I'll have a brand training so that you can get a workbook together and start developing your own brand. But let's now have a look at how doing these 15 principles in Build Your Business can be related to your brand, and how people see your business, and how knowing what your brand is, it makes your business grow. So let's have a look at core values. So if you've developed your core values and you speak about your core values, and you put your core values inside your every single text document that you do, every email that you do, every sales page that you do. I mean, in order to do a sales page, usually people put a guarantee on a sales page, and in that guarantee, it reflects who they are. So whether you have a guarantee that is 30 days, 60 days, anytime refund, or if you're not happy, just give us a call and we'll reimburse you type thing. This is all reflecting on your brand, and it's part of your brand, and it's part of your core values. So for example, my core values are visibility, authenticity, and consistency. So I have been consistent with this training, and let me see, let me get me on board here. Consistent with this training and being on camera. Oh no, that's not a very good one. So let's go and no, we'll get rid of that one. I don't like that one. We'll get rid of this one. You can consistent with your camera, and let's remove me. And then let's add another one. it won't be as good either, because I have a very good camera. And let me see, what am I looking at? No, I don't need that, sorry. We're stopped. What we need is my source. We need my camera. Where is my camera? There it is. There we are. Let's put me on board. There we are. So there I am. And I never like this. What? Oh, that is my field of view, 65. Oh, okay, well, let's get rid of this for now. Sorry about this, but this is all about me being authentic and visible. So here we go. Let's get rid of that. And then let's turn my green screen off. That might help. And where is my green screen now? They've changed it a bit. No, it should be here. No. There it is. We want a chroma key. Thank you. Okay, we're ready. Okay. Ignoring my few shadows since we've improved. So we are being consistent, and we are going to show you my core values. So being visible, authentic, be willing to look stupid, and be consistent are some of my core values, and I don't mind doing that in order to showcase that you don't have to be perfect. So that's part of my brand, and so we're going to talk about building your business and how your core values should be in your brand as well. So let's get down to developing your entrepreneurial mindset. If you remember, that's another core principle of build your business, and I feel that you always have to be reminded, absolutely, of entrepreneurial mindset and being willing to learn and be willing to teach and be willing to remember that failure is just a mistake to learn from, and etc. And we discussed that before, the entrepreneurial mindset, so you can have a look at those trainings. And basically that will build your brand. If you are educating others on entrepreneurial mindset, because a lot of those mindsets, you have them but you don't realize, or you don't have them and you realize you don't have them and that you need to learn them. And so yes, we'll have a lesson on entrepreneurial mindset and getting a workbook together on how to develop your entrepreneurial mindset, because when you come from a job or from working for others, it's very hard sometimes to learn the entrepreneurial mindset, and it's quite a challenge, and it's always good to be aware, so you have a brand that is building it. So and of course the brand would always be available to do that. So yeah, so we're talking about your brand, and your build your business is basically you're going to build your brand as you build your business, because of course you're going to be making sure that people know who you are, because you're going to be positioning yourself as an educator and be willing to share your wisdom and training on whatever it might be. Whether you know all there is to know how to be an Amazon seller, or if you want to be know how to do printables, or you know how to do artificial intelligence software, you are going to be someone who shares your wisdom for 20 minutes and then makes an offer. And this is going to get you known as an educator and somebody that people will want to follow because they want to learn from you. And of course you learn from them as well, because you get feedback and all that kind of stuff when you're doing a weekly workshop. So that of course you do a weekly workshop. So you do a weekly workshop so that people get to learn that you're always there. You're always consistently going to be there, hopefully, every week. And I mean, I have one person that I follow who does a weekly workshop. He does at least 3 on different topics, and he knows why he's doing them because it's building his audience. And he knows why he thinks this is a business that'll be good for anyone, etc. And I'm using a lot of his wisdom in terms of building this business. So you want to be doing a weekly workshop on whatever you know, whether it's your graphic designer. You could certainly teach people about graphic design, because there's a lot of people out there who need to learn that. So you just have to know that you have an audience and get out there and do a weekly workshop, and that will build your brand. And at the same time, of course, you need to build a product snowball. So you need to have a schedule of building products that you know will be helpful for your audience, as well as asking your audience what would be helpful so that you can plan ahead to make products that they would be interested in buying. These are things, of course, to bring you money and at the same time build your business monetarily. It's also building awareness of you and your brand, and that you have things on a regular basis for people to buy that they can get into, because they know you're doing a weekly workshop. And at each weekly workshop, you either going to make a monthly offer or a weekly offer of something that they can buy that will help them and do what you are talking about in your weekly workshop. So then, of course, with all that, you have to develop a strategic marketing framework that works for you and your brand. And of course, that would be the type of funnels that you have, your upsells, your downsells, all that kind of things that you need. And of course, you can, of course, I think we talked about outsourcing some of this, because it's going to be done on a scheduled basis, so that's always available. So then, of course, that will help your brand because you're always marketing, and you're going to create a content factory where you use a lot of the information you have in your weekly workshop and make it into content that you send out into the internet world, social media, make products from, and all times making sure that your brand, your values are also on your content so people are aware of it. And that you, of course, build a massive network of people who will collaborate with you, who will share your weekly workshop, who will grow your audience. You'll have some of their audience. We've talked about that. And of course, at all times, they need to know what your brand is so they are aware of it. So you need to be sure that you're always making sure that people know who you are, and you have a Who Am I sheet on your website, etc. And you become a media mogul doing one media only and become known for that. So let's say I become known for video, then I am going to be the one who, when you look for video and put my name in, it'll show up. And of course, I have a YouTube channel for that. And you get into production mode. We talked about various ways you can do that. You can have a challenge, you can have case studies, you can do that kind of thing, or you can maybe do a virtual summit and invite others on so that you're getting content and production packages. And of course, your learning center should be branded at all times with who you are and what you do. So this would be, say, a core training inside of my learning center about building your business, because it's fundamental business model to get your business to grow. And then, of course, you want to create an online community that is going to have awareness of what you do. Of course, every week you're sending them notices about your weekly workshop, and they're getting to know you, and they're asking questions, and they're buying your products, asking about your products, etc. And at all times you have to make sure, I think we discussed at some time that you have to make sure you have customer service center available for their questions, so they know that they can get in touch with you, so your brand's known as someone who's visible and authentic and is always available for them. And then we want to raise and make sure they become your affiliate fans, I like to call them, or your tribe. These are your customers who are passionate about what you do and who will share anything that you do from your weekly workshop, or they will share any product that they find is useful, give testimonials, send out links, etc., so that your business is always growing from either your massive network of collaborators and partners and affiliates, or from your customers who will become your fans. And at all times, your systems have to be put into place. So your customer service, your autoresponder, your content marketing system, etc. These all help you build your business, and even as your business grows larger, you've got these systems in place so that you're doing less. So I think we discussed outsourcing. Obviously, once your systems get to a point where you have the money as well as the ability to outsource, and you can get your systems in place and grow. So everything is about your brand and who you are, because you are your brand. The internet is a funny place. Sometimes being a company is not as good as just being a company who has an individual as the head of that company. I think people relate better to one-on-one than trying to get a hold of somebody at customer service. And if you know that you're talking directly to the owner, I think you're going to be more loyal than to a company that has a big corporation and you're not sure who you're talking to when you ask a question, for example. So it's always good to have a good brand that's easy for people to understand what it is. And with this brand of Build Your Business, the only reason that it's unique is because you're doing a weekly workshop and positioning yourself as an educator and making offers. There are other business models out there, but this business model will help build your brand and help build your business. So let's go, and I'm just going to put the slide on that shows you where you can sign up for it. So here's the place you can sign up and get on the list and join for free trainings. There's a link to go to the trainings for the 48, so you can pick which ones you want to go through first at http://jgtips.com/byb free. And next week we're going to summarize on positioning yourself as an educator and how that's going to help you build your brand and build your business. So thank you for listening. This is Jane Gardner, and we'll see you next time.